title tags, meta descriptions, all the SEO jargon, and how to add it to your website. SEO, you might know about it. You might know in concept why it's important. You manage your own website because you're a small business owner trying to rock the internet and all your online marketing. But all the SEO conceptual knowledge that you have isn't going to be very helpful if you have no idea like where to actually put these things into your website. My name is Liz Jostis and I own Eli Rose Social Media, and one of our online marketing services that we offer is search engine optimization. So we will optimize people's websites, blog posts, online catalog product listings for Google, Bing, and Yahoo search results, or we also train people on how to SEO their own sites and blog posts and product listings themselves. So I wanted to show you, I'm going to do a little screen share here, how to actually add that SEO stuff that you research on Google into your website in order to help those website pages and blog posts and product listings rank in Google search. So the first thing, let's just go over really quickly what the title tag is and what a meta description is. So the title tag, both of these things I should say, they do have a character count associated with them. And the title tag is what is that top bold line, and I'm going to show you in a second an example in a Google search, is the top bold line that you see in the oversized font in a Google search result. So that maxes out at 60 characters. So again, your title tag is 60 characters. It's usually written as like a long phrase. Your meta description, which is the smaller text that shows up underneath that big, bolded, oversized font title in those Google search results, that's your meta description. That maxes out at 150 to 160, hey Beth, characters. And that is, that's written really in sentence form. And the reason for 60 to 65 characters in the title tag or 150 to 160 in the meta description is because depending if you're Google or Bing or Yahoo, there is a little bit of variance of how many characters will show. So that's why you'll have that range a lot when you see that. So I'm going to show you on a WordPress site. I have SEO'd many different CMSs, which is a fancy word for a website platform. Each CMS has different capabilities, so this isn't going to necessarily be how your website looks if you aren't on WordPress. But usually if your site, your website platform has some kind of SEO capabilities, you should have some kind of built-in fields that will be labeled like either SEO title or title tag, an SEO description, or that meta description. So the other really important thing to know about those two things is that your SEO title, that title tag, is what gets you ranked. And the meta description, that actually doesn't help you rank. But what that does is it gets the click through, because you'll rank on the title tag and then people will read that meta description to know like more about what that page is about, and then that's what actually earns the click through. So both are still really important, but it's just good to know like what actually is going to help you rank or not. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a screen share here. So this is the inside of a blog post in WordPress. The good thing with WordPress is when you're optimizing something, whether it's a page or a blog post, the experience is the same. And I would actually say that that's true for most CMSs that I have worked in, is that, you know, however it kind of looks, to go ahead and put in the SEO for, you know, a page, it's going to be the same as the blog post. So it's kind of like once you understand how to do it, it should be a lot easier to keep doing it on whatever your website is. So first, I'm give you an example of that title tag and meta description so we know what it is that we're looking at. So whenever you type in a search to Google, this top line, which it's going to be blue, these are ads at the top here, it's going to be blue if you've never clicked through on that, and it's going to be like purple if you have clicked through on it before. But this top line, that's the title tag, again, 60 characters, and the dark gray text underneath is the meta description. You'll likely notice that the words that you entered into your search query, which is this up here at the top, they are still bolded in that meta description. So you will see that the words you typed are called out by Google in the Google search results. But again, it's not really, having those words isn't helping you rank. So this is what we're looking at when we go over here. So first of all, one thing that's really nice about, I'm trying to make this larger. One thing that's really nice about WordPress, which a lot of CMSs don't allow, is you can change the permalink or the direct link to your blog post or page. So you can have, let's say, a cute marketing title here. And then you'll see that once it kind of saves as a draft, you can edit this permalink line here to say, like we're going to say strategic, you got to have dashes in between the words, strategic SEO keyword phrase here. So a lot of website platforms, whatever you title that page or title that blog post is just automatically what the permalink or that direct link is. So it is important to know that a lot of times you're not going to be able to make that modification, but if you have that chance, you should do it. It's just the only asterisk here is to say only do it before you've published. If you've already published something, you want to set up a redirect, and that's a whole other thing. So don't go back through and start changing all the permalinks and already published pages or posts on your website. Again, you'd have to use something like a redirection plugin to do that so you don't lose all that old link history in search results. So in WordPress, and really any CMS, the SEO stuff is kind of going to be in a different view. So for WordPress, it's below. It can be in some kind of like edit page settings view that's not in the same view as where you actually add the text. I've seen it several different ways. So I use all-in-one SEO pack. I've also used Yoast. I have issues with Yoast because I think that it can mislead a lot of people who don't know about SEO using the red light, yellow light, green light methodology. But again, that's a different discussion for a different day. They both function just the same. You know, you're not better off SEO-wise with one versus the other. All-in-one SEO pack is just what I prefer to use. So your title field, you'll see you have a title field and a description field. In WordPress, you'll see that utilizing the all-in-one is it'll count down how many characters you've used. So you don't have to manually count 60 characters or manually count 150 to 160 characters. So you would say like, good SEO title here. Obviously, you'd want it to be longer than that. And then you would have your like 1 to 2 sentence, meta description goes here, click to read. And again, you'd want to make sure you had it fully optimized to maximize at 150 plus characters. But the great thing is with both Yoast and the all-in-one SEO pack plugin, there's this preview snippet here. And if you realize this preview snippet looks a whole lot like a Google search result. So what it is it's actually showing you what that title tag would look like and what the meta description would look like in Google search results. So it's not like it's a big guess what it is that you'd end up publishing on the internet. So there are more components of SEO, like you do want to add links to different pages of your website. You do want to utilize, headings if you can on WordPress. You have your heading options here. You want to add alt tags to images, those kinds of things. But for the purposes of this video, just kind of want to say, here's what the title tag and meta description are, and here is how you would stick it in to your website. So let me see if I can bring my screen back up. So that is our little lesson for today about your SEO title tags and meta descriptions. And if I can bring this back up, my eCam, there it is. All right, cool. So there you have it. So in a couple of future SEO videos, we'll talk more about all the components of the SEO so you can get proper on-page SEO practices implemented. But at least this clears up some of the mystique of understanding SEO, but then having an idea of how the heck to go ahead and implement that on your website. Talk to you later.